Good evening. Look who's back. You've all joined in to the M&M Sports Lounge tonight. We have some exciting news. This video is happened to be sponsored by Old Spice Bear Glove Scent. When you want to go outdoors, wear a bear glove. Forget it. It's the best there is, hands down. Once again, like I said, okay, I'm just kidding. No one sponsored us. But you know what? Don't even use Old Spice. Use something else. Anyways, welcome back to another episode. Like I said in the last week, this is the boys' turn to take the reins today. I'm all tuckered out. We'll be back next week probably. But they're gonna go ahead and take the show from here. So I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and answer some questions I don't know the answers to already.
All right. So I'm very excited about this topic. As soon as you mentioned it, I popped into the old dome piece and I knew we had to do this. So this is the start bench cut. You ready?
Yep.
So it's American Pharaoh, Sir Barton, and Secretariat.
Leon, do you know who any of these people are?
It's horse racing.
Horse racing. And this is a two-parter. So once you do your start bench cut, I'll give you the second part.
Okay, so who was the second one?
So it's American Pharaoh,
yeah.
And I have some stuff for them also. Sir Barton and Secretariat. So we'll start with the one that probably is the least recognizable. That's Sir Barton. So Sir Barton was the first U.S. Triple Crown champion in 1919. He was inducted into the U.S. Racing Hall of Fame in 1957. The Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame in 1976. Was the number 49 on the top 100 U.S. racehorses of the 20th century. Secretariat, obviously, movie star, right? U.S. Racing Hall of Fame in 74. Triple Crown champion in 1973.
I don't think it's the same horse.
Numbers.
You said he's a movie star. I don't think it's the same horse.
He was number 2 in the top 100 U.S. racehorses of the 20th century. And it was on a postage stamp in 1999.
That's important.
And an American Pharaoh was the U.S. Grand Triple Crown champion in 2015.
Yeah, that's my boy. American Pharaoh's my boy. I've got my answer. I'm starting American Pharaoh, bench and Secretariat, cutting the dude from 1919. That probably wasn't even an actual horse. That was probably just a big dog. Dude, I bet.
I have to start Sir Barton. With a name like that, how could I not? Dude. I am benching
Sir
SAP.
Barton?
Yes. And then I am cutting Secretariat.
How do you?
I thought it was Secretariat.
Dude, the guy's a movie star. Show me the movie about Sir Barton real quick.
Show me the movie about Secretariat.
It's a real movie.
It's a real movie.
Called Secretariat.
You weren't even sure those the same horses.
No, it's not the same horse.
It's definitely not.
It doesn't have a movie.
Oh my God! Do you actually think Space Jam happened, Anthony? Do you think?
Yes.
Do you think Michael Jordan went to Looney Tunes land and pick up game for the Looney Tunes to go play on Misfit Island or whatever?
It was to help him practice after he retired.
Guys just trying to hit some hole-in-ones. Get sucked into Toon land.
Since you made your very educated list, those 3 horses were 3 of the 13 horses that have won the Triple Crown. Can you name the other 10?
Can I name you what?
The other 10, it would be.
Other 10 Triple Crown winners.
I can. Shoot.
Is one named Edge?
Ann Coulter. is one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Black Stallion.
Okay.
That's probably close, I'll be honest. To at least
It's
one.
not, but okay.
What about Red Rocket?
Nope, not quite. There's also not an Ann Coulter. If that wasn't obvious enough, there is not an Ann Coulter.
Ann Coulter is an actress who looks very much like a horse. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even.
What about Bambi?
Almost. That was a deer.
The deer.
The other 10 were Gallant Fox, Peyton Manning's favorite, Omaha, War Admiral, Whirl Away, Count Fleet, Assault,
Oh,
Asian,
Asian.
Seattle Shock, Affirmed, and Justified.
I remembered 3 of them. I just couldn't. I could have told you off the top of my head.
Right. I figured.
Omaha, I think I actually knew, like low key, but
Yeah.
the rest of them I had no idea.
I feel like out of the ones that I named that wasn't the first 3, War Admiral is probably the next most well known.
I've actually heard of War Admiral, and I've heard of 3 of those horses actually.
Right. Justify was 2018. So I'm sure at minimum you heard something about it at one point and just
Maybe I just didn't care.
yes, crazy. I hope you enjoyed that topic.
Was that your topic now? Do you need me to go?
That was my well thought out one.
Yeah.
You had a week.
And I'm telling you, as soon as you went, they're gonna do. I was like, horse racing, absolutely. Now, as soon as I'm not like fractions of a second later, I was like, oh, it's horse racing. There's no other. It's horse racing.
I knew mine was going to be football. Like, if it makes you feel better, I knew immediately. I took this seriously.
I pull up stats, dude, of horse race.
That's pretty impressive that they're horse racing stats.
I feel like mine was serious. And it's a nice change of pace. You know, we do basketball, we do football, we've done a little baseball. Now we've crossed into horse racing.
I demand we do one on NASCAR racing.
Bet.
That's fine.
Okay. Are you ready for me to go? So
Yeah, go ahead.
in line with this, I'm gonna have 4 quarterbacks. Essentially, it's gonna be the starting quarterbacks right now for the playoffs. Right. So right now, it's Brock, the Purdy man, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and I forgot. Joe Burrow. So we're gonna do start, cut, bench, trade.
What were your 4 again? I'm sorry.
Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts.
This is based off how they're playing, or just what I think.
So it's gonna be kind of a 2-parter. So one, I want you to think about it right now in the playoffs. We're gonna make another list, and we're gonna talk about going in the future, because I think 49ers are super interesting actually right now.
Yeah.
But let's do just right now off of who we think right now in the playoffs. Who would you want to have?
Okay. So I'd cut Brock Purdy.
Really? Okay.
Cut him. I would trade Joe Burrow. A, I don't like Joe Burrow. B, I could get a lot back from trading Joe Burrow.
That's fair.
I would bench Jalen Hurts, and I would start Jackson Mahomes' brother.
Okay. Some questionable choices, but all right. What about you, Tyler?
What's questionable about it?
So
It was not
I
justified.
think Brock Purdy might be the next Tom Brady.
But he's only played like 4 or 5 games.
And all
Hasn't
of
lost
those
yet.
games, he has been incredible.
He could break his leg next game and quit.
He could, but also
Won't be
Jackson
the next
Mahomes'
Tom
brother
Brady,
could
then.
never throw another touchdown again. I mean, there are a lot of what ifs. I think
Jackson
when
Mahomes'
it's all
brother-
said and done,
Jackson
and
Mahomes'
I'm a
brother
big
could
Jalen
never
Hurts fan. I think Brock Purdy's gonna have a better career.
than who Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
I'm not saying that necessarily. I'm not saying he's not, but right now Jalen Hurts is better.
I think if you switch them, I think 49ers are a worse team.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tyler? What's your list?
I mean, I'm starting Patrick Mahomes because of passing success. He's got a good surrounding squad. I'm gonna bench Joe Burrow. I'm gonna cut Jalen Hurts and I guess trade Brock Purdy.
Interesting. Okay. Similar list. So I think the standout, right, is I think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I think the second best quarterback is Joe Burrow. He is on the bench. For me, honestly, next game, I might be putting Joe Burrow above Patrick Mahomes. Legitimately. And so that was going to lead into my next question.
Yeah, but he's going to lose next game, though, is the issue.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think Bengals are winning the Super Bowl this year.
Nah, get out of here.
We'll talk about that in a
I
second.
don't know about that.
Okay, that'll be a good one to talk about. But I think Brock Purdy, I think is better than Jalen. So I would trade him and then cut Jalen Hurts. It's not that I don't think Jalen is a good quarterback or a great quarterback. He's never been the standout guy. Brock Purdy obviously hasn't either. You've got Mr. Irrelevant.
Hey, last time Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts played the game, Jalen Hurts beat him. So 42.
Wasn't Jalen Hurts also on OU and or Alabama?
OU 42-41 the score was.
Which is also, didn't they make the college playoff that year?
Hey man, I'm just laying down the facts here.
Okay, so then going forward into the future, right? So who do you guys think are going to win the Super Bowl then this year? Who are you going to think are the last two teams standing?
The Eagles and the Chiefs.
So you think those two are going to be? And then what about you, Tyler?
I'm not good with conferences. Straight up, not good with conferences. I think the 49ers are going to win, though.
So you think the 49ers, which is an NFC team. So the NFC teams are Eagles,
the 49ers.
And the AFC teams are Bengals, Kansas City. So they're going to play.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely think 49ers win. And every part of me wants to say the Chiefs will be in the Super Bowl. But the Bengals just the crap out of the Bills. And I think Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in the NFL. So, I mean, I think riding that momentum, the Bengals can upset the Chiefs.
So I don't even think it'd be an upset. So Bengals have not lost to the Chiefs in 2 years. They are 3-0 or 4-0 right now against the Kansas City Chiefs.
That stuff don't matter.
But I think that has to matter at some point. They got to be. So I think it's going to be Bengals, 49ers in the Super Bowl, and I think Bengals are going to win. I think 49ers are a much better team, and I think Brock Purdy is going to be that dude, but I don't think Mr. Irrelevant is going to be the first rookie quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Even despite the team they built around him, I think Joe Burrow is not going to let that happen again. I think they're going to win. But going on top of this, going forward, as far as a franchise, if you said, okay, Tyler, I'm getting rid of all 4 of these GMs. Leon, I'm getting rid of all 4 of these GMs, right? And you got to manage the team going forward. Who would you rather pick? Would you rather be the GM of the Bengals, the Kansas City 49ers, or the Eagles? Clean slate. You will get to this. You get to pick a team to attach. Who do you think has the best chance for continued success in the years to come?
Well, I mean, Kansas City has proven. Do what?
How many years in the past are we talking? We just talking forever? for the future.
So let's say the next 3 years, right? Over the span of the next 3 years, because a lot can happen in 3 years.
The Chiefs.
That's usually the span of contracts. So the next 3 years, someone said, "Hey, I guarantee you're going to be the GM for this team, and you'll get to decide the direction. You just have to keep it afloat, essentially. Which team is the best built to succeed?"
I'd probably pick the Chiefs. I mean, they're always in the playoffs here the last several years. I mean, they have the best quarterback in the NFL to build around, and they have a good receiving core and a decent offensive line and a decent defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they have more going for them than any other teams. Because you could say, I don't know, the 49ers offense isn't necessarily superb. How many points did they score against Dallas last night?
It's like 19. It was 19-12.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's not too good or too great.
But Dallas also had one of the best defenses.
But they haven't
this
been
year.
the 49ers haven't been scoring a whole lot, though. Especially
Mhm.
since Purdy took over, I don't think, correct? They've just kind of been hovering around.
So while Purdy has started playing, for instance, George Kittle went from having 5 touchdowns or like 7 touchdowns in like the last few years with Jimmy Garoppolo to having 5 touchdowns before the end of the season.
I don't like Jimmy
As an
Garoppolo
example.
anyways. Jimmy
This
Garoppolo
is a
killed
lot
the
of Brock
49ers.
Purdy hate.
Jimmy Garoppolo killed the 49ers for me, so that's why I don't like them. But that's the problem. A lot of people don't throw to their tight ends anyways.
I'm thinking if the tight ends are as good as Kelsey and Kittle.
Well, I'm just saying,
I'm about to say, you picked a team.
dude, Mark
Your tight end
Andrews could be the best tight end in the league if he got the ball thrown to him.
If you didn't have a running back for a quarterback.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If they didn't run wildcat plays every single play, they'd be good.
I mean,
Anyway, we're not talking about the Ravens though. So
I see what you're saying about the usage of tight ends, but you picked a team that consistently uses their tight end.
exactly. Nobody
Is
else.
it because the tight end is actually good, or because it's
I
how the
feel like-
offense is built?
I feel like any tight end could be good. Any one football player could be great. It's just like receivers. Any receiver could be great as long as they get the ball thrown to them and they can catch it. They're in the NFL because they can catch.
I don't know.
I think I don't like when people start hating on quarterbacks for like completion percentage. Because when I throw the ball, it's out of my hands, literally and figuratively. I can't control it after that. So if you get railed right after it leaves my hand, I can't help you. Like, it's over.
That's interesting. I've never heard that take because I've always like you got to put it. If it touches my hands, it has to be mine, right?
You know
But if you
play,
throw it
you know
over
the route the guy's running, so
Right.
You know where he's gonna be.
Right, but then, like you look at like I'll use the infamous funny like the Indianapolis Colts, the Indianapolis Colts, the Pat McAfee story about Troy Polamalu, right? They had watched so much, like, oh, the C guy's gonna be open, and then Troy Polamalu just hops over in the C guy. Like, you don't know, you might know the routes and you might know what the defense is doing by looking at it, but the next thing you know, Trayvon Diggs just absolutely rails you for no. Juju Smith-Schuster just blocks the crap out of you all of a sudden. Like, you don't know everything that's gonna happen.
Right. But what about you, Tyler? You never answered.
Why
If you got to
Juju
pick a
blocking?
team,
No, why
To
is
be a
Juju
GM
blocking?
Not on defense. It was that play. Was it?
Oh, I understand. I got you.
Because they like railed Antonio Brown, and so then he just like absolutely rocked their crap on the next play.
oh, Vontez Burfict,
Yeah.
that Bengals
Bless you.
when they did that dirty hit on Antonio Brown.
Yes. And then Juju absolutely rocked his world on the next play.
That boy probably still feels
Like,
like
you
it.
know, no one knew that was going to happen, but it did. So you can't control everything. So, and that's the same for receivers, right? Like, if your quarterback throws the ball You gotta hope it's going to the right place. You gotta hope he threw it to the right place.
Unless you're Dak Prescott, and then you just throw it to the ops. You just throw it to the other team.
Oh yeah, you run a random play with Ezekiel Elliott at center and just hope for the best.
That was so stupid. That might be the worst NFL play ever. Tyler, who are you picking as a GM?
I mean, I think the Chiefs are a safe option, right? They're consistently good. Going in, they're going to be contenders. And 3 years isn't a lot of time. A lot can't happen, like you said, but it's not a long amount of time to like really grow. You can grow people, but not like to the extent of someone that's been there for 10, 15 years. The 49ers are young, albeit Christian McCaffrey is injured every season or every other season. The Eagles are like younger, but not like as young. I mean, I think I'd pick the Bengals. They're young.
You set up everything to not pick the Bengals. You like, oh, I think this team is great. Oh, I think this team is great. I think this team is young. Fucking Bengals.
Ah, there we go. There we go. I would also pick the Bengals and trade Joe Burrow for a bag of mango pulp. And
He would be fired.
We go on with life.
We'll give you Mitch Trubisky.
I'd trade him for Andy Dalton. Get him back. Bring him back.
God. I would pick the Bengals. I really believe in Joe Burrow as a quarterback.
You all just love Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow.
Young.
Tyler
And
likes him to smoke cigars. That's why. That's why Tyler likes him.
That's part of it, yeah.
Trevor Lawrence eats at Waffle House. Why aren't we picking him?
That was by the way.
He got bounced out of the playoffs.
You mentioned the fact that the Bengals haven't lost to the Chiefs yet, or in the past like so many games. There was a stat that popped up before the last Jags game. It was like Trevor Lawrence has never lost a game Saturday. And I was like, good grief.
He was 34-0.
And then lost.
Then lost.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't matter. You could be 34-0, but the next game you could lose. So it don't matter if they've never lost to the Chiefs in the last 4 games. It don't matter.
I would have bet on the 34 games.
It just takes one. That's like what next whenever the Chiefs beat them, are you gonna say, "Whoa, the Bengals haven't beat the Chiefs in 1 game"? It don't matter.
No, but there's consistency though. Like if you consistently show up against the team, you beat them at their house in close games and in where you were clearly the better team. The only thing I think is worse about Kansas City is, better on Kansas City. I think their run game is a little bit better. I think their defenses are comparable. I actually think wide receivers are better at the Bengals because they only have Juju, kind of. Travis Kelce is obviously a better tight end than whoever the Bengals have. But Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, there's another guy over there that's pretty good too. Like they have like a better offense. I believe in Joe Burrow. I think if they get him a tight end like Travis Kelce, I think we'll be talking like 3-4 rings kind of career.
Get out of here. See,
over under. So me saying 4 rings.
Under.
Really?
But anyways,
Tyler?
There's a team that we used to play in basketball.
Over under what?
There's a team.
4 rings. Joe Burrow winning 4
over
rings by the time he hangs it up.
Can I say flat? Since it's a flat line, can I just say 4?
Yeah.
So I'll say 4. Yeah, I'll say 4. I don't think he wins more than 4. But again, like I think you're right. That depends on what they get him. I think if you take this team now, no, there's no 4 rings in that team. But if they get him a couple of pieces, yeah, I think he wins 4.
Anthony, there's a town down the road from where we're from called Tuscaloosa. We played them in basketball every year. And you're saying, oh, they're 4-0 against them. I can't tell you how many times we beat them. And the last game we played against them, you know what happened?
They beat you?
No, we won again. Forget those.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
No, they weren't good.
Was that the game I went to go see you play at?
No, this was in middle school.
Middle
okay.
school. He was in 8th grade.
Yeah, I was tearing those kids up, dude. Well, they were playing like third graders, so get out of here. I don't care.
All right, those are my topics. I thought I'd bring some good football playoff
Yeah, that was good.
things to the table.
By the way, I always love getting a rise. I still do not like the Bengals. There's a good chance they could win the whole thing, but I hope they don't. I want the Chiefs and Eagles in the Super Bowl. I want the Eagles to win. Since
I
my
just
boys
don't believe
can't
in
be
the
there,
Eagles.
why the Eagles?
I don't believe in the Eagles.
Oh,
I think Jalen Hurts is the only real again. What I was saying as far as picking Brock Purdy over him, I think AJ Brown is okay, but that's it. Or what is his
hey,
name?
dude,
AJ
Devontae
Brown?
Smith is good too.
Devontae Smith. I will never draft that man in fantasy ever again.
Dude, whatever. No, he was tearing it up at the end, man.
I have never been let down by one man ever that much in my life.
That's a lie. He was doing good. I had him on my bench.
Him and Kyle Pitts single-handedly managed to make every single game I went into miserable.
So what Leon's saying is he tore it up, but Leon didn't have faith in him to start him, so he just rode the bench while
That's
he tore
exactly what happened.
Oh, it cut out on you. I thought you said you took him off the bench.
No.
Now you're lagging now.
Me?
Yeah, because I thought it cut out. I thought you said you took him off the bench.
No, I did not. I'm trying to see where did he score at any? You're right there. He scored 21. Let's just click it real quick. Yeah, in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 games, he scored 21, 17, 18, 31, 21, 14.
Do you think he'll do that next year?
I think he could, yeah.
Don't believe.
What's to say he's not?
His first year?
No matter. So are you why not say the same thing about Brock Purdy then? You think he's going to do the same thing next year?
Yes.
Why?
It's different.
I don't.
Because wide receiver is a
First
dependent
year.
position. Someone has to throw you the ball. Brock Purdy gets to decide where he throws the ball.
Yeah, he has to make it.
Yes. And Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, you could throw me at slot receiver and it'd still be fine.
I'm saying, man. I'm just saying.
I think I think the best team in the NFL right now is the 49ers. And if they get a quarterback, like a real true franchise quarterback, and they think they have that in Trey Lance or Brock Purdy, they're going to be scary for the next few years. All right, Tyler, let's go to your trivia.
Let me ask you this first before we do that.
Mhm.
Do you think if Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl, so that would mean he's never lost a start in the NFL over 6, 7 games, whatever it is. He's never lost a start in the NFL. Like you said, he's the first rookie quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Where does that put him in the league as far as quarterbacks go?
I think you have to at least put him as how are you breaking this down? Are you doing top tier, excellent, good? Are you doing top 10, middle 10?
I'd say he hovers around the middle.
I'd say do the 10 because I think when it comes to echelons, there's the top tier, and I saw this the other day, and I don't know if I necessarily, and it was after the Bills lost, and I think that had part to do with it, but it was elite Patrick Mahomes, excellent 18 different people, good a few people, and Brock Purdy wasn't on any of them.
So if let's say that happens, right? He has to win the Super Bowl for this, right? I think he's 10 through 13. I think he's better than Dak. I think he's better. I think there would be arguments for he'd be better than Titans quarterback. He'd be better than whatever the Colts drag out there. He would be better than Falcons. I think he would be somewhere between 10 and 13. No, I think the Titans, like if there's if
You already
49ers
said what you said, man. Just scoot on past it. Yeah,
No, I think the Titans should try to trade for Brock Purdy.
yeah, man.
He could come bring a Super Bowl to y'all.
I'll do the same thing. Yeah. I'll hire Kirk Cousins to pick up my jock strap everywhere I go.
Yeah, so then I would definitely put Brock Purdy and Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is in my list for should be out of the league.
Nah, he's so good.
He ranks 34 out of 32. You can't.
I would rank him 35. And I could do it with ease. Like, I comfortably think I could find 34 better quarterbacks. God, I hate him. I might have to stop being a Vikings fan going into next season.
Yeah. Okay, Tyler, you said you had some trivia lined up?
Yeah, so we'll do it like a contest. So I'll ask you both the question, and then you can both verbally give me an answer. That way we don't have to scramble for things to write with, even though you have your whiteboard. And then we'll do points, and we'll do like 5 or 10 of them since we have 7 minutes left.
Yeah, okay.
Got it.
All right. So this list is 3 months old. So this first question is about the World Cup, and it's for this past World Cup. So the answer to this will be in this year's World Cup.
Okay.
Or last year, the most recent one. So what is the only country to have played in every single World Cup
Brazil.
prior to this year?
Brazil.
Anthony?
Spain.
It is Brazil. I didn't think you said, I thought you said like Roosevelt at first. I was very confused, but it is Brazil.
Brazil.
Keep your own score. I don't have anything to write with. What do you call it when a bowler makes 3 strikes in a row?
Turkey.
Anthony? Leon?
It's Turkey. Yeah.
Gobble gobble. Big old turkey. There's a lot of this one's also soccer. Who was the first British player to win league titles in 4 different countries?
Messi.
Okay, Leon?
Pele.
Both definitely British. No, it was David Beckham.
Oh, okay.
David Beckham.
Who has appeared on the most Sports Illustrated covers?
Tiger Woods.
LeBron.
Michael Jordan.
That's what I didn't want to say Jordan. I thought it'd be too basic. Okay.
That was my second guess. I didn't think it was LeBron.
There you go. We'll do this one. This was a number answer. So I'll do plus or minus 10.
Okay.
How many dimples does an average golf ball have?
Shoot. 297.
He said 297. I'm going to say 296.
You piece of junk.
336. 336.
So do I get a point or no?
No, because he
So
said it
was
was
that-
10.
That's BS. Get out of here. Should have been Price is Right.
One. Let's see. Name the sportsman of the century declared in 1999 by both the prestigious U.S. magazine Sports Illustrated and the BBC. So this isn't like basketball or football, just one sport. This is the greatest sportsman of the century in the 1900s.
Sportsmen, like multiple?
No. So he played one sport. He did only one sport. But it's not like the best basketball player or the best football player.
Muhammad.
It is the
Muhammad
best
Ali.
sportsman.
That's a good guess.
Muhammad
That's a
Ali.
good guess. I'm gonna go with Magic.
Muhammad Ali.
That was a good one.
What are the I guess this is basketball, it doesn't say. What are the 2 states in the United States that have yet to send a team to the NCAA finals?
Alaska.
Okay.
Maine.
Leon?
Is it Alaska and Hawaii?
It's Alaska and Maine.
Good
It's Alaskan.
God.
Get out of here.
Who? This is. Oh, I said
I
that.
pulled
Who
that
is the
right
young-
out the holster.
Funny, dude. I was trying not to laugh. I was like, oh. Who is the youngest ever world heavyweight boxing champion?
Floyd.
George Floyd, yeah. Oh, God, I'm sorry. George Foreman.
Who'd you say, Anthony?
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather or George Foreman? No, it was Mike Tyson. Who has won more tennis Grand Slam titles? Venus or Serena Williams?
Serena,
yeah.
Serena
Leon gets
Williams.
that one, but yeah, Serena. Venus isn't even close.
Wait, are we both getting points for this, or?
No, you got
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
You said it
yeah.
first.
Oh, that's why I've been giving us both.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
right.
I didn't know you were
Point.
giving. Okay.
Yeah, if you get it right, you get a point. Trying to find ones that aren't about soccer.
I like this. This is fun. I like this one. We should keep this one.
Yeah.
What pitcher holds the Major League Baseball record for most no-hitters?
Nolan Ryan.
I don't even know. I don't know enough pitchers. No hitters? CC Sabathia.
No hitters. Who?
CC Sabathia.
It was Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
It was Nolan Ryan. What do the Indianapolis 500 winners traditionally drink in the winner's circle?
Milk.
Milk.
It is milk. How many holes are played in an average round of golf?
18.
18.
18. And last one, what is the only team in the NFL to neither host nor play in the Super Bowl?
The Carolina Panthers.
Are they still an active team?
Yes.
Care.
Carolina.
I'm gonna say Texas, Houston, or Houston Texans.
Cleveland Browns.
Oh.
Cleveland Browns definitely won a ring with Jim Brown.
I'm just reading the thing, man. I just read the thing.
The score was 7-5.
That's not bad. I'll take that.
Good.
I'll
I
take that.
won.